If I tell you that there's one thing that I know, then the parking brake. You can do this. When I was a little girl, the one thing that I enjoyed more than life, it was to read. I did not enjoy cooking. I did not enjoy washing dishes. I have two sisters, and we each took turns when we became of age to wash dishes for a week. And I would try to find ways to trade my week off for washing dishes. One day, I was in the kitchen. It was my time to wash dishes, and my dad was a minister, and he told us about all the time about prayer and having faith. And he said if I had the faith of a mustard seed, it would happen. And so I prayed the way that kids would pray, and I thought everything was going to be as my dad had promised. If you pray and have faith, everything that I desired would come. And I wish those dishes would wash themselves. Wash yourself, wash yourself. I wish the dishes would wash themselves. Well, the dishes did get washed, but they didn't wash themselves. And I'll tell you a little bit later how those dishes got washed, and it was by faith that they got washed. Interestingly enough, they got washed. So I want to tell you about this movement. There is a movement that is about, we're in the 21st century, and there are ways that we need to think about how we're going to finance the life that we live. I am living my laptop lifestyle dream. I am actually living it today. And in this movement, I want to tell you, it was because of what I've heard Dough-Dash, the D-O-U-G-H, Dough-Dash say. She said, use the resources, use the assets that you have to make this work for you. And that's exactly what I'm doing in this month of October that I'm using to celebrate my 71st birthday, that I'm celebrating all month long. If you saw a previous video of mine and you dropped a happy birthday wish for me, thank you so much for that. I receive it. Now, on with the movement. You guys, for whatever reason you want to use YouTube, you can. You don't have to worry about going viral. It will take care of itself when it does. If it is for you, going viral, it will be for you. It will be there. Nothing can take away from you what God has destined for you to have. Trust me on that. Trust me on knowing that if you have God in your heart, love in your heart for your fellow man, you too will receive all that you need. What we need to think about is the vehicle in which we're going to get this transformation. When I think of a transformation, I think of a change. The change is coming. The change is coming whether you are ready for it or not. The presidential elections are about to begin by November 5th. I have early voted. Let me deviate for just a moment. If you have not voted and live in the United States and early voting is allowed in your state, please get your vote in, regardless as to your affiliation. Do your voting. It is your right. You have earned it. Please go out and cast your vote so that we can have an easy transition of power in 2024. Now, those things that are due you will come to you. All that you need is a little bit of faith. My mother told me that if she had to mention washing those dishes one more time, there would be consequences. And I want to assure you, those dishes got washed by me. And why was it that I was thinking that by faith, that things would get done? God did not take my arms, my sight, my ability to stand at the sink, and the dishes were washed by faith. My mom had the faith enough in her words that it would get done, and I had faith enough to know that if my mom told me she was going to do something like give me some consequences that I may not want, I would get those dishes done. Now let me see if I can bridge this back to what I'm talking about when I'm saying that all that you might want, all that you might need will be provided if you put in the effort. The Bible will tell you faith without works is dead. No one is going to miraculously give you the anointing, if you will, to be spectacular on Facebook or spectacular on YouTube or spectacular on Instagram, whichever the case may be. So as I come to you today, I want you to know that I am Priscilla, and I really enjoy being a YouTuber. I have been on YouTube in this channel since May of 2024, and it was only on my birthday, September 30th, which was the end of the month of September, that I decided that I was going to make this YouTube work for me, and it is going to bring me in a handsome reward of members, a community, viewers, and friends. Because this is what I know. When I talk about empowered living, which is the name of my channel, I changed the name of my channel today. I officially changed my title to Empowered Living, which means it is an all-inclusive, because this is what the Bible, this is what the scripture tells me. I do not need to limit my reach to people that are 70 and above. When I created it, I was 70, and then I was thinking that I wanted to include people that were my age and over, but it seems that my viewership are people that are younger than 70. So therefore, I did not want to have my image out there or my logo out there as if others are not warranted, and everybody is valued, and I appreciate them. Thank you for the happy birthday wish. Thank you for the happy birthday wish. Thank you for the happy birthday wish. And with that mantra, I continue to remember what my purpose is. I actually have a purpose-driven life, and that is to share the experiences that I have garnered over the years with those who have yet to reach that milestone of 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 70, and 71 and counting. My health comes from the Lord. I respect my body. I don't abuse my body. And I pray and I take care of the things that I know that it is my responsibility. And this temple is my responsibility. And everything that I've done up to this year of 71, I have learned a lot that I know that I can share some information to someone that they can benefit from, even if it is nothing more than just hearing my word and knowing that there is a safe space for those of you who need to have someone to share a conversation with, someone who can say something that is going to resonate with them. Now, I will tell you, in the early 50s and 60s, my life was good then, even though I lived a segregated life. I went to a segregated school. Do you hear me? I went to a segregated school where there were books that were not even, let me make this turn, that did not even have a true cover. But my mom knew that it was my responsibility to take care of that book the way that I received it. We had to take extra care with the books that we got in school to study with, and we had a systematic place of doing everything. And this is what going to success looks like. Having a method. You cannot do things haphazardly. You need to have a strategy. And listen to me carefully when I say you. It's just easier for me to have this dialogue and say you than to think about saying I suggest. But I'm actually prefacing what I'm telling you now. It is only a suggestion. All of us of sound mind can make a decision. It's about making a choice. Do you want to continue doing what you're doing and getting the same results that you've always gotten? Or are you willing to make a change? If you're willing to make a change, I would highly suggest that you consider joining the movement, because I will tell you that there is a movement. And if you haven't recognized the movement, I hope that something that I'm going to say is going to help you realize that there is a movement taking place. Back in the day, we had a phone cord that you could walk from one room in your home to the kitchen. That was phenomenal. That was a movement. Now I am in my car several miles away from my home, which would be my internet provider or service provider. That's a movement. Now look at me talking to you about being on a platform called YouTube. As strongly as I can project my voice to you to tell you, you can do away with scrapbooks and build a legacy for yourself, your family, and the future at little to no cost. You do not need to invest in anything that you don't already have. Let's see. Hey, Snapback Coach, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Global Foodies and W, thank you for the birthday wish. It is my birthday month. I am celebrating all of October. I want to tell you all that this movement, it is for everyone that can grasp the golden rings and go for it. Give it all that you have. Do not set any limitations on yourself. Setting limitations on yourself will keep you from being where you need to be, when you need to be there, and how you get there. We all can get there, but we can use different types of tools to reach that destination. I will say, when you get there, at the time that you get there, that is the time that you are supposed to get there. There is no designated time that you have to be someplace. When God speaks to you, or whomever it is that you believe, what higher power there is for you, when it is time for you to move, you will move your feet. This could very well be the time that you could call the gathering. This is where you are gathering information, looking at, thinking about what you've heard, seeing what other people are doing, and asking yourself, can you possibly do this thing? And when it hits you and it says, yes, I can, then you can do it. There's a lot of motivation now out here on the internet, including my channel, that can help you rise to the occasion and get to the place where you need to be. We did not learn our ABCs by ourselves. We had someone who taught us the ABCs. We did it by repetition, repetition, repetition. And this is how you can learn how to be successful in any endeavor. Now I'm coming to you live. Whether I will edit this video or not, I don't know, because I'm still talking, and I am on my way to get me something to eat. Now, it has been a passion of mine to stay healthy. What has not been a passion of mine, as many of you will know, is cooking at home. Rarely do I cook. Maybe I will start, I don't know. But that has no attraction for me. I don't want to cook. There are people out there that can do this for me. And when they're doing it, all I need to do is be in a position to compensate them for what they're doing. And that's what I'm doing. So, the point that I wanted to make is this, and I'm making several points, and maybe they are resonating with you. There is a movement. And what Dodash said that resonated with me, use the assets that you have to get the things that you want. Now, we know that iron sharpens iron. If you have a voice that you can speak to something, someone, an organization, whatever it is, your voice can be used as leverage. Your voice can take you to places that you may not have ever thought you would go. Now, just because you have the voice, it doesn't mean that you can't practice that voice. I can use, for an example, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, and any of those other voices out there that you may or may not enjoy. None of those individuals have that voice without exercising their voice. All of them are going to use their voice to the best of their abilities because they are able to practice. And you know that with practice comes perfection. I'm sometimes thinking that that is the wrong way to say what happens when you practice. What happens with consistent practice is improvement. So those of you who are on this movement, as I'm on this movement, if you started listening to me at the beginning of my celebration of my birthday, I can imagine that you can see that my voice has started to have a little more volume. The consistency of what I'm doing, it is coming to you as natural as possible at the moment. But I would imagine that it's going to even change even deeper. I want to give a shout out to Snapback Coach. If you all have not connected with her, please connect with her. She has a fantastic channel and it is growing. If you want to hear good words, see what she's doing, check her out. And when you're helping her grow her channel, you're helping her spread the word even further, faster, and farther. And you can do the same for yourself by connection. It is by connection. You know, Jesus had the 12 disciples. He didn't do everything himself. He did not do everything himself. He had a team. Was the team loyal? Not every one of them. Not everyone. And you will find that with your subscribers. When you have your subscribers, they will not all be loyal because there will be something that is going to detract from what they're doing and focus their attention onto something else. So you're going to say, oh my gosh, this morning I had 25 subscribers, but before you went to bed, you had 45. You will have those who will make the decision that you are not a good fit for them. That's fine. This is why you have the team. Whatever your belief, whatever your religious belief is, whatever you believe in, everyone is not going to see it the way that you see it. They may be with you for the moment, but then they may leave. I was married for 19 years. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that I would not be married today? It wasn't meant to be. I can't beat myself up for something that might have, could have, should have, would have. I can't go back on that. And I don't stay in bed with that thought. It is what it is. You will get what you get when you get it. And the time that you get it, it will be the exact time that you need it. So those of you who are thinking about the movement, becoming someone on YouTube, this very well might be your time. This might very well be your time to shine. Come on, get on board, and make this work for you. Do away with the scrapbooks. Use YouTube to house, catalog that information. That information that you can actually put on YouTube, you can share it with everybody. You don't have to make it public. You can put it in as unlisted. However, if you want to reach the global audience, go public. Thank you, Snapback. So true. I'm glad we jump on the line and we help each other. Yes, you're right. You're a whole different person, full of more passion and fire. Thank you, Dr. Priscilla. I like that you will get what you get when you get it, and it will be the perfect time. There is though, like, well, tomorrow I'm going to make it happen. If it happens tomorrow, it happens tomorrow. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, it won't. But there's nothing that is better than being prepared. Being prepared for when the time comes. When your time comes, you have put the things in place and you're ready to move. Now, if things look like, oh my gosh, I had an opportunity when I was 25. If I was 25, if I knew then what I know now at age 25, who knows what my life would be like? You're absolutely correct. Who knows what your life might be like? You may not even be here. You may be dead. You may not have even made it. So think about what can you do with what you are right now. And that you are learning, you are currently standing on the shoulders of someone that has gone on before you. If your great grandparents knew what you know now, do you think that they would live the life that they lived back then? No, they wouldn't. But that wasn't their time. This is your time now. And I want to encourage you to live your life to the fullest. Invest in yourself. Some of you may have, as I have, invested thousands of dollars in who you are becoming. You went to school, you had training, you got more coaching, you got more skill sets, you did more volunteer things, you did the full gambit. All of that is what is making you who you are today. Now you may ask yourself, well, what about those people that are being locked up and they had all the training, the knowledge? There are 7 deadly sins, and I'm not saying that this is what has happened to some people, but greed is a destroyer. But greed can put a lot of smiles on your face. So it is how you interpret that which you have received. To those who receive much, much is expected. Now I'm going to go back to Dodash. She has been the recipient of so much from having so many viewers and a long, strong community. And look what she's giving back. She's bringing smiles and joy to so many people that I am in the movement. I am enjoying what she has told us, what she shared freely and openly. Be yourself. Start there. Be yourself, be your natural self, and you will have something that someone needs, and at the time that they need it, from you, you will show up. Let me give you a perfectly good example. I know that Snapback is still here, and there was something that I needed that I didn't understand about technology, and I know we have been on the phone for 1 or 2 hours, not just one time, several times, trying to help me mostly understand what it is that is missing and what it is that I'm trying to accomplish. So I've done it. You see me doing it today by having a longer conversation with you, by believing in myself that what I'm having to say right now is something that someone needs to hear. We all can do this. You all can do this. So don't sit on what it is that you know, thinking that no one wants to hear what you have to say. That is so far from the truth. What you have to say is important, and someone definitely and desperately are waiting for you. We are waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. There's so much more that I need to learn. How can I multiply my voice times thousands? Think of the biblical principles that when God said move, people moved. You have to move your feet. And when you start to move your feet, things will happen. Sitting there, and maybe you want to lose weight, and you're watching all of these diet programs on YouTube, You bought all of the equipment. I did it. I did it. Not so much bought equipment, but I bought equipment to stay healthy. Like, it's 2 little steps. You put your feet on it and you go up and down. I can walk past those steps every morning now and not even step on them. It's just a fixture. It could be a chair that's there. As far as my using it, I'm not using it. And I decided that what I needed to do was get up and go to the gym. Why? Because I can, and I needed to get out of the house. That has been the best thing for me, was to get up and go to the gym. Now, I will say that the membership at the gym is completely free, but not really. I've earned it. I've earned the opportunity to be at this gym, and it's up to me to go. If I don't go, it doesn't cost me anymore. If I do go, I get the benefit of working out and maintaining the health that I have. So on with my thought. If I didn't make the thought of what I want to say clear, use the assets of what you have and start communicating. Some of you are physically fit. Some of you are mentally fit. Some of you have the ability to coach people into a mindset of, have you ever considered? Then there's those who have natural beauty. It appears that they do nothing, but they are just blessed with just looking great. Now, if that is you, fantastic. What I have is a faculty of good genes. I don't look 71. Maybe to other 71-year-olds, I may look 71, but to me, I do not look 71. I do not have the energy level of a 71-year-old. I have a energy of someone much younger, and I try to stay active, engaged, involved, and be a participant in my own life. So join the movement. Continue to learn, continue to listen, and be a part of what you think may serve you well. And when you do that, you will undoubtedly become better and better at everything that you do. I need to place my order. Yes, I'd like to have the Cobb salad, please.
And what's that, fried or grilled?
It will be fried. Thank you.
Fried, and your dressing?
Blue cheese. Thank you.
All right, so I'll put the correct one down.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I just placed my order for my lunch. And on my way back to the house, I'm going to put together my what is it called? My premiere for tonight. So every night I've tried to create a premiere, at least every night for the month of October, in celebration of my birthday. I have created a premiere, and that was just something that I wanted to do, and I have done that for every night, or I will be doing that for every night of October. So those of you who are not able to catch me live during the day, you can catch me at night. And of course, if you're not up to listen to it at night, you can listen to it the next day. Whether you're able to listen to the entire thing, they're usually 7 minutes, 7 to 10 minutes. Please leave a thumbs up if you enjoy it. And I would love to have you as a member of my tribe, of my team, if it seems that this resonates with you. So thank you all so much for being with me on my ride to... Now, where's my wallet? I hope I didn't drive all the way to this place without my wallet. This would be so sad if I did. I got to find my wallet. I thought I picked it up. Usually I have some money in the car. I'm gonna drive around, and if I don't have it, I'll drive around and tell you that I don't have it as well. Oh, I'm sitting on my wallet. I'm sitting on my wallet. So I did have, see? But if I didn't have it, that would have been a lesson learned. have it. And the line, fortunately, is short. Let's see. Let's see. And
Please fasten driver seatbelt.
okay. Let's see. So Ken says, shut up. Yeah, I need to shut up. I need to stop talking for a moment and concentrate on what it is that I'm doing. We will have those phrases, comments. You know how, I mean, guess where it was? I was sitting on it. I was sitting on it. Let's try that one. Hey, Felitas. Thank you for joining. Thank you for going. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much.
Waiting for your car to receive that.
Okay, I will wait. Oh my goodness, look at my salad, guys. It looks so pretty. Here is my salad. I'm going to have a wonderful salad. Thank you. Have a nice day. All right, I am off and on my way back to my house. Thank you guys for riding with me, riding along with me. I appreciate you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. Did you all know that there's a feature on your YouTube channel that you can actually block someone and they don't even know that they're blocked, and they're just riding away. They're riding away. But because I'm driving, I can't block anyone. But just know that there is that feature. Now, I don't know if that blocking is just for the one time, or is it for a multiplicity of times, or whatever the case may be. You can block someone in a conversation if they are distracting or disturbing you. But I think that I'm going to suggest that this is the part of the test. We all will go through trials and tribulations. And those trials and tribulations are to serve as a guide for us, help us get that skin that we need to get through times that are challenging. If life was easy, everyone would be doing it. If everyone would be doing it, who is going to do the other things that needs to be done to build the infrastructure? Everyone cannot be a multimillionaire on YouTube. But that is not to say that you cannot be a contributor to someone who is that multimillionaire. That is what we do. What we do supports someone else to get to someplace else. So let me give you an example. When someone is promoting a book that is going to tell us things that we can consider doing to elevate our lives or make a change, make an improvement, to do this, to do that, to do the other, we are helping that individual many times by purchasing their book, where it is helping you that one time when you are buying the book and then following through with the precepts, concepts, the ideas, considerations that are in the book. When you do that, then that is when you're making an impact in your life. I think it's Kamazi, I can't remember what his name is, but there was a time when he had this one book that he was giving away for free. And I thought, well, I don't need to get that book for free. You could get it for free. And I never did purchase the book for free. Then the next time I decided that I wanted to see the book, read the book, he had the book on sale. Had I bought the book well, when I say bought the book, you just apply for it using Amazon and you get to read it for free. But I never did that. And he said it was for a limited time only, but I didn't know what was the extent of limited time only, so I never bought the book. At the time that I decided that I wanted to get the book, and I did, I purchased the book. I think it was $9.99. So I bought the book. And I'm glad that I have the book, because now the book is $19.99. Same information that I could have gotten for free. But I wasn't ready for that information. I wasn't ready for that information at the time. When you're not ready for information, you can't act on what you don't know. You can't act on what you don't know. A dog does not know how to behave until he has been trained. A child does not know how to not wet his or her clothes until he has been trained, or at an age where speaking about it and watching others by observation, maybe that change will take place. I hope that you're getting my point. When you are ready for whatever it is that you are supposed to receive, then you will receive it. My mom never flew in an airplane. She had the belief that if God wanted her to fly, he would have given her wings. And now she has her wings. She is in heaven, but she never flew a plane. I've flown in a plane many times and will probably fly even more. But it wasn't my mother's time to fly on a plane. That was not her level of comfort. Her level of comfort was being in a car. And there, she used the car to get from point A to point B. And the same is true for you. Everyone that is wealthy isn't doing it by being on the internet or being on YouTube. So all roads can lead you to some place. Some can get you to a place quicker than others. It is all dependent upon the choices that you make. And I think I had alluded to the fact that some people are incarcerated today, and it may very well be through no fault of their own. And I'm saddened by the fact that we live in a system, in a society where the systems are not fair, and everything that should be just and fair are dealt with in a fair and justice is justice. I'm not sure what word I want to use, but it isn't fair. God was not treated fairly. As good as he was the greatest. He was the goodness of the earth, but he was mistreated and abused. But now look at how many people look up to him, who ask for his blessings, who ask for his care, ask him for his deliverance. We are forcing ourselves to realize that we're not necessarily forcing ourselves, but we have the opportunity to make things better for ourselves based upon what we think about and how we go about doing what we want. So when we know better, we will do better. If we know better and choose not to do better, then the consequences are on us. The consequences are on us. I enjoy talking. I really, really enjoy talking, and perhaps I could talk all day. And at some point, something that I'm going to say is going to resonate with someone. But more importantly, I want you to know that I like the thought of helping people to be empowered, to be the very best of themselves that they can be. Help them be the best version of themselves. I want people to know that when they don't believe in themselves, I have enough in me to lend to them, because I'm coming to them with a full cup. And I can't serve from an empty cup. So if I come to you with a full cup, I can believe for you when you can't believe for yourself. because I have the receipts. I have the evidence. I have the evidence that someone has done this before. And if this has been done before, there's nothing to say that it can't be done again. That doesn't necessarily mean to me that it has to be done by me. But why not? Why not let it be me that can do this thing? Even driving back to my home, I'm invigorated. I'm excited that I have an audience. I have an audience listening to me. Whether this is resonating with each of you, it's okay, because it's something that is within me that needs to get out. And when I need to get this out, if you listen to me and something that I've said helps you to act on it, I'm going to say, this is your time. The movement is real. The movement is real, and it will be here for as long as it will be here. Take for an example, if you have an amusement park that you can go to and think of the roller coaster. A roller coaster, I have never ridden on a roller coaster in my life, because a roller coaster is not for me. I am not ready for that type of exhilaration. But I do find other things that bring me joy. For this month of October, I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to go. Maybe no place in October. But in September, I went to Paris. Who would have thought that I would be in Paris for 14 days? That was an amazing opportunity for me. Much more amazing than riding a roller coaster. And then, I'm sorry, I said October. I meant November. Where am I going to go in November? In October, I went to Amsterdam and I went to London. Who would have thought? 71 years of age, and now I'm traveling the world. I'm traveling the world now because when I was much younger, I loved to read. And I said, one of the things that I wanted to do before I even heard of a bucket list, I wanted to travel to other countries. And now I'm finding myself traveling and visiting other countries. So there is no limitation. There's no limitation on what is possible. And in this movement, if you can dream it, it can become a reality. I promise you. Stay the course. See what you want, envision how you want it to happen, and think of the plan, think of the methodology of getting there. It may be that you'll have to do some research. It may be that you'll have to save some of your money up. When I was younger, my mom believed in layaway. I don't remember, if anything, I can remember of us going to a store and buying something that it wasn't put on layaway first unless it was groceries. If it was groceries, my dad or my mom paid cash for it. Anything else, it was put on layaway. And that's how we got things. Is that not the same as using a credit card today? Now, my mom and dad didn't believe in credit cards. They didn't have a credit card to their name. But today, you can get anything, almost anything that you want on a credit card. With a credit card, you can purchase a car, you can take money off of a credit card to get a down payment for a home. Now, there are some stipulations, there are some things that you need to have in place. I just want you to see that there are no limitations on what you can do except the limitations that you put on your mind. If you have the good fortune of having a job, if you have a job, I don't know of any company that pays anyone money before they do the job. Whether you get paid daily or weekly, bi-weekly, or once a month, or once every 6 months, or you on a contract. I don't know anyone that gets paid before the service is provided. Now, you may think that you're guaranteed. There is no guarantee. but we go on and believe in the possibility. We have the faith that if I go to work for you for a week and my contract says that I'm going to be paid every week, I'm going to get paid every week. Most often than not, you are paid. But many of you may have heard of those situations where, the company has gone afoul and there is no money. You are not going to be paid. So what do? Do you just sit around and complain and sulk and fuss and argue that you are owed this amount of that? No one is owed anything in terms of being guaranteed other than death. That is guaranteed, that if you are born, you are going to die. The date of your death, I don't know, but it is a guarantee that you are going to die. Some people die when they're very young. Some people die when they're very old, and that's relative. Again, I'm going to harp on the fact that at 71, how many years does the Bible say you are promised? 70. I am so grateful that I am here as living proof that much more can be accomplished with the right mindset. And I do have the right mindset. So I want to encourage all of you that are listening to me and my voice. Ask questions. Comment in the chat. Comment in the chat if you believe that you can accomplish something that you've had second thoughts about in the past. Comment in the chat. Let me get home and read in the chat what your thoughts are. And when you're here, if you decide that you want to do YouTube, use an opportunity just like you're doing now and type something in the chat, because the expectation will be that if someone comments, that you will have the opportunity to thank them for sharing a few minutes of their time with you. Thank them for the questions that they're asking. I want you to know that I do not take you for granted showing up, spending a few minutes or seconds with me, giving me a thumbs up, letting me know that my voice is clear, that you can hear me. I know that there are many people online that are helping me reach that goal of being recognizable on YouTube. I believe that I'm recognizable, and I am going to be a force for those who want to be in the movement. I am using the assets, the strength, the strategies, the techniques, and tips that I have learned from some of you, from the shoulders that I'm standing on, the people that I have not met yet that are coming into my life. I receive them. I am so happy that I know where my voice is, and with my voice, as long as I'm using it for good, I'm going to be the recipient of good in return. You will often hear me talk about Zig Ziglar. I am a profound reader and I love motivational talks. Zig Ziglar said, I believe he was the one who said it, if you help enough people get what they want, you will definitely get what you want, or you will get that which you deserve. So don't concern yourself too much about subscribers who have subscribed to you. And in the morning, those subscribers that you had before you went to bed has been reduced. The Bible tells you, weeping for the night, but joy comes in the morning. If you stay diligent with what you're supposed to do, you're going to get exactly what you deserve. I do believe that. Now, I am home. I need to get into my house. So I'm going to end this live stream, but somehow I feel as if I'm going to come back on because there's just such a body of something that I want to share with you guys. But thank you so much for being with me. You've stayed with me for the entire ride of getting my dinner, a part of my dinner, and I'm back at home. Know that I love you all, and I wish you nothing but the best. See you guys. Bye.